There's so many great comic books coming out this week. Some of the books that I read all the time did not make the cut. Find out which books made the top 10 right now. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you my top 10 most anticipated comic books. This is for August 12th, 2020. Guys, remember, it's never too early to start that pull list for next week. And hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And guys, if you want to show that extra love and support towards the channel, please just go onto my home screen, hit that join button right there. Again, it helps the channel go a long way. So thank you in advance to everybody, and thank you all for watching the channel. So guys, let's get started with this week's top 10 most anticipated. It's going to be a good one. And guys, we're going to kick it off with the hot seat. This is the book where I'm just thinking about possibly dropping or got to make a decision once I get to that comic shop. And today, it's all about X-Force when it comes to the hot seat. That's right, X-Force issue 11. I was a huge fan of this book when it came out. And I feel like it's kind of lost its way with everything else that's been going on, right? I felt like it was pretty strong, and then right when COVID started and it hasn't been out this entire time, I felt like I got lost in the last issue. I was like, what's going on? I don't seem to get what's happening, and I forgot what happened, right? And when I picked up the last issue, I was like, oh. So this one, though, has to do with Omega Red being in it. So this might bring the story back for me, and I might pick it up again. So we'll see what happens. But I really wasn't a fan of the last issue, and if this issue doesn't impress me, I might actually drop the series. So we'll see what happens for me. All right, next, moving on to number 10. This one is Something is Killing the Children, issue 9. Now, I have not read issues 6, 7, and 8 because I was waiting on issue 6. Well, I just got a hold of issue 6 just recently, so I have to catch up on this series once again. When I read the first trade, issue 1 through 5, amazing series, loved it tremendously, and I can't wait to see what's in store. Now, if I get caught up and issue 10 comes out, this very well might go up in the countdown for future issues. So looking forward to catching back up. This is Something Killing the Children, issue 9, 32 pages, $4 book. All right, next, moving on to number 9. This is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 46. Now, we're dealing with this Sin Eater here. So I'm kind of like, Sin Eater. I'm like, all right. So I read the last issue of this, issue 45, and I thought it was pretty good. However, it still didn't blow me out of the water. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a little suspenseful. I did think it did give you a good history lesson of Sin Eater and who he is and what he represents and what he does to Spider-Man when, how he really gets under his skin and whatnot. But nevertheless, it's just okay, and I feel like it's just another stall before we get to the whole Kindred situation. So that's why Spider-Man's been really down on my list. I feel like the whole thing has been a stall. We'll see what happens with it. This is 28 pages. This is $4. All right, guys, and I just want to give you a heads up that when I discuss these most anticipated comments, I may give spoilers for issues that happened in the past to get readers caught up on what's going on. So if you don't want to see the video or you don't want to hear me talk about a particular comic, you might have to fast forward some, okay? All right, so next, moving on to number 8. This is Empire. This is issue 5. Now, some people really dislike Empire. They don't like the tie-ins. They don't like the main event. They feel like that nothing is going on. I kind of enjoy it. I feel like it's almost that middle ground book for me where maybe an event should be higher right? But it's okay. And part of the reason why it's okay for me is that I'm reading it with my son right now, and I think it's an enjoyable read, right? We get some revelations of what happened based off of issue 3. That's where I'm at currently right now, with the whole thing about Hulkling and somebody that's related to him. I loved how Black Panther took his sword and he's trying to, save the day with it. And then I like certain elements of the book. I think it's okay. It's not perfect, but I'm not reading all the tie-ins either. I'm just reading the main event and whatever tie-ins that I currently read anyway, like current books I read anyway that has a tie-in in it. So we'll see what happens. Not perfect, but it's okay. I've read worse, trust me. All right, next, moving on to number 7. This one goes to Stealth, issue 4. This is a good Image title. This is getting back to the superhero genre, and I think it's enjoyable. We got to learn a little bit about Stealth, his health condition, how he is, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank right now. He has Alzheimer's, right? And then we learned a little bit about the main antagonist in this book, which is Dead Hand, I think his name is. And it's kind of this low-level, street-level type of stuff. It kind of reminds me of that in a way. It's a mixture between Iron Man, Batman, Spider-Man, whatever. And I love the villains here. I think it's a great book. The artwork is good. I think the character work is really done here. It gives the characters a little bit more depth. There's only 6 issues that come out with this series, so I want to see if they come out with a volume 2 with this, and I think it really could happen. So we'll see what happens with it. 32 pages, $4. Moving on to number 6, Webheads. This goes to Death Metal. This is issue 3. That kind of hurt my throat. So this is an Anti-Crisis Part 3. And so this next issue I think is going to be quite interesting, as we got to see what happened to the Batman Who Laughs in the last issue. I'll try not to spoil too much, but he became something much more in the last issue, which I thought was kind of cool, right? And he became like this shadowy character at the very end. And then we have the plan in place on what Wonder Woman and the Flash and all the others came up with to try to save the day. But their window is very limited on when they can achieve this. Very convoluted story in many ways, but it is very entertaining. So I'm very curious to see how this all leads up to DC by the end of the year or at the beginning of next year, and how maybe they reset their universe and what titles are going to be launched from Death Metal. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a good read. Again, a little convoluted. That's how DC is. That's how comics is in general. So if you want to pick this one up, go ahead, pick it up, or maybe wait to the trade. So it's up to you. 32 pages, $5. Next, moving on to number 5, and you're going to think, wow, why is this so high on your list over some other books, Mike? This is 7 Secrets. This is issue 1. So if you're a fan of Once and Future and Undiscovered Country, this is another original series from Tom Taylor. That's right. So if you like Deceased and you liked his writing, and if you like, Injustice, right? And you like Tom Taylor's writing, this might be a book for you. So this is it's called 7 Secrets. So there's these, I'm going to read it to you. It says, for centuries, the Order has trusted in keepers and holders to the guard the secrets in 7 briefcases against all harm. But when the stronghold is attacked and the secrets put in peril, the entire Order must face their greatest fear, an enemy who knows too much and is willing to kill and get what he wants. So what are in these briefcases? What are these 7 secrets? What are going to be the characters? That's what I want to know. No, excuse me. So Tom Taylor does great character development. And if he does great character development for already established characters, what is he going to do for his own characters that he's creating in his own series? So this could be a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm jumping on board. Guys, check it out. It's by Boom Studios. All right. So next, moving on to number 4, we go into a Joker War tie-in. This is Batman Detective Comics. This is issue 1025. Cool cover here with Joker and Batwoman and Batman on there too. But yes, the Joker War really gets going in this particular issue of the series. We get an assault on Wayne Enterprises. The Joker obviously has taken control of Wayne Tech. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in this book. I think this is going to be awesome. The Joker and his clown mask henchmen are now using Wayne Enterprises as an armory, using sophisticated 3D printers to produce weapons to rule Gotham City. So they're using 3D printers to create all these weapons. I think that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see how this whole thing ties in. It's going to be a lot of fun. This one is 32 pages, $4. All right, so moving on to the top 3. This one goes to the Immortal Hulk. This is issue 36. This is titled, it just says No Happy Endings. It's 28 pages, $4. Now, if you're a reader of the Immortal Hulk, you knew what happened in the last issue, right? This is a spoiler, so I'm letting you know. Hulk blew up at the end of the last issue because of Rick Jones. Now, I think Rick Jones is actually the leader in disguise somehow, because when Rick Jones touched him, he got gamma overload, I guess, and then the Hulk wound up exploding in front of the public. They want people to be scared of the Hulk. I guess that's what the leader wants, or what Rick Jones wanted. And so everybody else is trying to prove to the public that Hulk is still a good guy, right? So this story arc is just getting started. If you haven't picked up issue 35, I say go ahead and pick it up. Start reading it from here. This is going to be an awesome, I guess, final story arc towards the end of Hulk, which is ending in October. All right, so moving on to number 2, my favorite independent title right now. And this one goes to Red Mother, issue 7. This is also done by Boom Studios. I've said this title many times, that this is something that you should pick up. The first trade is out there. This is about a woman by the name of Daisy who wound up getting mugged, her boyfriend wound up getting killed, and she winds up seeing this thing that is known as the Red Mother. And she sees red, she sees this creature, and as of recently, she kind of destroyed the creature, which she thinks she did, and she wound up taking a job over in the UK, and everything seems to be working out for her right now. But at the end of the last issue, we wind up finding out that they're protecting her because they're calling her the Red Mother. What is happening? The pacing of this book is slow, but it's always a page turner. You always want to know more because it's so mysterious. You don't know what to believe. You don't know if this is a dream. You don't know if this is a PTSD thing. You don't know if this is a supernatural thing. Like, it could be anything, and it's a complete mystery. It's like a complete puzzle, and that's like what the main character loves. She is a puzzle solver. So it's kind of like putting you through one of those puzzles and trying to figure out what's going on. Great book, great artwork. Definitely suggest it. Pick it up, guys. All right. So moving on to that final book that I'm looking forward to this week. The number 1 most anticipated book goes to Venom issue 27. You couldn't expect anything less, right? When Venom is out, that's probably going to be the number 1 book of the week right now. Donny Cates is on fire, and being that Venom is a spider character and everything that's going on in the Venom book with the new character of Virus. Who is Virus? He rides a goblin glider. It could be anybody. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. Here's the description. It says, when a new and dangerous foe erupts into Eddie Brock's life, it threatens to rip away everything Eddie holds dear. His son, his symbiote, even himself. Everything Eddie Brock loves is in jeopardy. 28 pages, $4. Noel is coming. There's a lot of things that are coming and going to happen in this book. I can't wait for it. This is going to be an awesome, awesome read. So guys, there you have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated books of the week. And until next time, guys, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.